Hi guys, so today I want to tell you about a book that I really enjoyed that I'm hoping that many of you will as well. And this book was great. It was one of the very first books that I read during quarantine, like when we left school and we really had a lot of time on our hands. This was one of the first books that I read, and it really fit what I needed at the time because I was looking for something that was kind of an escapist book, something that would completely take me out of what I was feeling and what I was surrounded with and put me in a totally different place and a totally different world and just not even be able to think about, the real life for a little while I was reading. So this book was perfect for that. And this book is called Echo Mountain. It is by Lauren Wolk, who also wrote books like Wolf Hollow, which won the Newbery Honor the year that was written. And she also wrote Beyond the Bright Sea. So Echo Mountain is a historical fiction novel. It is set during the Depression in the 1920s, and it's about a girl named Ellie and her experiences with her family. Her parents lose their jobs. Her father was a tailor, her mother was a music teacher. They lose their jobs because of the Depression, and a lot of people lost jobs and had a lot of poverty, had a hard time making ends meet. And so her family was no exception. But they were so destitute that they couldn't live in their house anymore. So they actually decided to move, and they moved to a place that they called Echo Mountain. And they essentially started by camping out there, and then eventually they built a cabin and started farming for themselves and working with other people who lived on the mountain and kind of creating a whole new life for themselves. And so this is her story. Ellie really fits in well with this new life, but finds that her mother and her older sister do not adjust nearly as well. And so Ellie is trying to figure out, what her place is. And then we find out that her father has had an accident. And her father was really her pillar of strength, really the one that she depended on, and who really understood her and got her because he was the same way, that he really loved this life on the mountain and knew how to forage and how to hunt and how to fish and just really how to take care of them. And so he has an accident that we learn about throughout the book. And so it's Ellie, it's left that he leaves them alone. Essentially, he hasn't died, but he is not able to help them out. So it's really Ellie and her mother and sister and her younger brother, and they really have to fend for themselves and figure out the life on this new mountain. And Ellie finds a new friend while she's exploring the area in the mountains. She finds somebody else who has been watching her for a while, and so she discovers a lot about other people, and she finds out a lot about herself, and that's what most of this book is about, is just her figuring out who she is and what she wants to do, how she can take care of herself, how she can take care of her family. And it's just a wonderful, wonderful book. So I hope you take a look at this book, Echo Mountain by Lauren Wolk. It is an excellent, excellent read. All right, see you next time.